Doing out there? We got one person in line that wants to leave a comment. I didn't see the comment you left. I'm sorry about that. And hopefully we'll get other viewers as we go along. So that one viewer that's watching, thank you for the thumbs up. We need those thumbs ups, and we want people to subscribe to us. That's what we want. So while we're waiting for other people to join us, let's go ahead and turn the camera around, and actually we're going to look at my Baja. There's my Baja. Let's take a look at that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I had to get my other phone, so we have a monitor here. Let me go ahead and do that. There we go. So we're actually live today, and I came on here live today because it's actually the day after. It's actually the day after the Camaro's gone. That's right. The Camaro has been loaded up, and it is actually gone. It's not here anymore. It is out of my hair. Good riddance. Goodbye. I'm glad the thing's gone. And you know what? Let me tell you why this is a happy day today. Today is the first day that I do not have anything that I brought from Dallas, Texas with me. It's gone. 5 or 6 cars that I brought out here from Dallas are done, they're completed, and they're gone. So today's happy, and we're going to keep it that way and move forward. We got Kevin Carnett, Lance Jack. Good for Lance. The situation, Lance, is go buy yourself a 12-pack of beer. We got Protec Safes. How you doing today, Protec? Quickie 1984's Spook 1590 and Joe Time from Georgia. What do I think about the Camaro being gone? I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be upfront, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I am glad. I was sick and tired of looking at that thing. I struggled through the whole job. Everything that I did to that car was 2, 3, and 4 times. It was one of them cars that you didn't even want to work on it. You didn't want to look at it. Every time you looked at it, it was a depressing, rotted gut feeling, and you just wanted it gone. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down to you. I don't know if I'm going to make any more videos about that car. I might put them in the my friend Pete archives of hard drives and be done with it and bury it. I had to pull the engine out 4 times on that thing. 4 times, and it was all due to the parts that were purchased in the first place. If we would have got the correct bell housing and all the correct parts need be, it would have been a smooth ride. I had to paint the stripes, not once, twice. I had to paint them twice. I didn't tell anybody that. I didn't do anything. I did film it. Now, when I make my videos, I show my mistakes. Why do I do that? Because you are going to make mistakes. So when you see me making mistakes in my videos, don't listen to the clown acts. saying, oh, this guy's a dumbass. Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, I would never take my car to this guy. I don't want you to bring your car to me, okay? Because you got an attitude that sucks, and you might make my day unhappy. So keep your piece of shit car and stick it up your tight ass. Or maybe your wife's ass. Or flush it down the toilet, if it can fit in there. So when you see me make mistakes and I make videos of something that I did, and then I come back and it's all screwed up and we have to redo it, that's life. That's the facts of life that happens. I don't think there's anybody else on YouTube that will actually do that. I think I'm the only one. I might be the only one, to be honest with you. Hang on one second. I'll be right back. Look at my razor. Look at it. Look at this razor. Huh? Take a look at this thing. Think about it. Okay, so we're looking at the Baja and we're looking at the Razor. What do you see in the picture? What do you see? We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go ahead and answer a few questions. Jag Parts England says, sub all the way from the UK. Otto Bennett should be a very happy, grateful man. Let's hope so. ProTech says, I'm worth $4.99 today. ProTech, if you ever make it to Moab, Utah, I owe you a steak dinner, buddy. Okay? The only guy that tips my friend Pete when I do a live video. Thank you very much, ProTech. Slick Sand mistake, and I'm fixing it right now. Thank you very much, Mopar Nut. It sounds like you had a situation. Let me tell you, Slick Sand mistakes can be very big mistakes. Slick Sand is basically a name for a product that is a spray-on Bondo. Now, I don't like to use Slick Sand. If I'm going to use anything of that type of nature, I use the Evercoat Super Build. But I do not, listen close, I do not use the Super Build that has the built-in guide coat. Do not buy that. If you haven't seen the videos on that, stay away from it. It's bullshit. So let's get back to the situation. We got Chris Kirby. Let's look at the square body. Okay, first of all, you know, who came up with this bullshit name square body? Who came up with that? I want to know who came up with the PC words of square body. It's a Chevy Truck is what it is. Now, don't get offended when I say that, and I'm not focusing that on you, Chris. I'm just saying, I hate that word. I hate that fucking name, square body. That's stupid. When I hear square body, I'm thinking of SquarePants. What's his name? Down there in the ocean, the cartoon character. SquarePants. I'm thinking of that guy in my head. SpongeBob. Can we just say Chevy Truck? Does it always have to be politically correct? Can't we go old school? Can't we go back in time when things were actually what they were? Now see, now it's turning, it was a happy day until I got on here. So, what are you looking at behind me? Let's go back on track here. You're looking at my Baja and you're looking at my Razor. Do you see what's going on? Both of them have car covers on them. Both of them are parked. I'm not driving them. I'm not using them. I'm not even looking at my Baja as I walk around. The beautiful, let me go ahead and uncover that so we can see it. It hasn't been uncovered for 2.5 weeks. I'm going to go ahead and take my Baja out today. Get the battery charged up a little. There we go. There it is. There's the Baja. Beautiful car. Beautiful. Beautiful car. But you know what? It's a car. I mean, I should have left the fucking thing like it was. I shouldn't have painted it. I should have just left it an old rat rod car. And then that way I wouldn't have to cover it up. I wouldn't have to worry about dust getting on it. I wouldn't have to worry about washing it. You know, if I wanted to take it to town, I could drive it. You know, when you do this to a car, when you do this and go all the way to the magnitude of that, you don't want to drive it. All you want to do is park it and make sure it doesn't get dirty. It's called a trailer queen, people. It used to be a road king, and we converted it into a trailer queen. I'm feeling like I need to put a rainbow on it somewhere. All right, I transformed it into something to nothing. My thoughts right now are maybe I should just go ahead and sell it. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I should go ahead and sell it so I can pay this piece of shit off that sits with a car cover on it. Then I won't have the monthly payment of this son of a bitch anymore. You know, kill two birds with one stone. Get rid of the trailer queen and pay this thing off. And then when that's paid off, maybe sell this bitch too. So that brings us to the quote-unquote square body Chevy truck. Let me turn the camera around and we'll talk about that. So there's our square body truck, Chevy truck. We're not going to say square body. There's our Chevy truck right there. And somebody wanted to know about Trevor, an update on Trevor. Well, we're not going to give you that right this minute. If I remember it, I'll tell you about it. So let me give you the update on the truck. I'm not going to give any live videos out on the truck. If I give a live video action going on the truck, then we can't make any videos because everybody bitches and complains. Well, we've already seen that. We've already heard about that. All you're doing is repeating yourself. Okay? Right there. That's what I'm saying. Right there, bitch. Right there. So the square body is basically right there. That's where the truck is sitting right now. If you notice from previous video to now, the truck is moved. The truck has moved from one location, which was over here, to this location here, which is in the dirt. So that's the story of the Chevy truck today. And just to let everybody know, we'll go ahead and clarify, this is not a 73, this is a 74. It's a 74, but you need to watch the videos if you want to know more. That's all I can tell you. And then we'll go ahead and look at my beautiful little Baja one more time. It's an awesome car, people. It makes me happy when I look at my Baja. Look at all them shocks. Look at that. Look at them tires. Those are 34 tens, people. 34 tens on that bitch. I'm going to go out and get me some beautiful pictures with it today up in the far, far canyons up there. Speaking of canyons, let me go ahead and tell you what happened. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in because it happened right there. Let me tell you what happened right there. Right there in that, I'm going to put my finger out if I can, right there in that area right there. 2.5 weeks ago, we had an extreme rainstorm and windstorm. It was almost like a tornado or a hurricane. I almost lost my trees, believe it or not. But there was a couple from Texas right there in that valley. There was a couple in that valley that was out riding their razor all by themselves. They didn't have a beacon on them. They didn't have spare tires. They didn't have anything. They were out there riding their razor out there on a trail right in that valley called Steelbender. And that valley that you're looking at is where the major flood came through on Mill Creek. There's a creek in town called Mill Creek, and that's where the water runs down. And they had a blowout, and I think they broke an axle on their razor. and they got stuck in the storm, and they have not been found to this day. My beliefs are that they are buried under mud and rocks. They are buried, and they will never be found. They brought in special dogs, these special cadaver dogs, to search for them. They've been looking for them continuously since they've been gone. And I'm going to tell you right now, the floods took them down, wrapped them up around a tree, or wrappled them up in rocks, boulders, and mud, and they are gone, people. So if you come out to this area and you want to enjoy the scenery, okay? Enjoy the scenery. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. And don't go out by yourself without letting other people know where you're at. They're dead, people. They are dead. Trust me. So, somebody was asking about Trevor. Trevor, I had a conversation with Trevor on the phone. I didn't want to post that because I wasn't happy with the outcome of Trevor. Trevor has grown up. I believe that he's still living with his mom and dad, and he works at a grocery store. And he had a girlfriend, or he was married and had a child, and then she left him. And now he met another girl, and I got a brief text that said he got married. And he told me, this is what he told me. He said that he was a professional. He said he was a professional hockey player, that he traveled all around the world, and that he's making hundreds and thousands of dollars playing hockey. And when he talked to me on the phone, he claimed that he was in Switzerland, but the phone number that I got was from Dallas, Texas, and that he was in Switzerland talking to me on the phone from Switzerland. And his body is now full of tattoos. He's got full sleeves and tattoos on his back and on his chest. And our buddy, Tattoo Chris, is the one that did all these tattoos on him. And a lot of them are military tattoos of military sceneries, of like army bunkers and army people and tanks and stuff like that, which the tattoos are pretty awesome. I mean, they do look really nice. He does have a child. I believe the kid's 3 or 4 years old, 5 years old maybe. But I wasn't happy with the outcome of the conversation that was going on. And I might be wrong about this, but I'm a pretty good judge, and it sounded like he was bullshitting a lot. It sounded like he was trying to up himself, to make himself look better, like he was trying to prove something to me, which he didn't really need to do that. But I didn't really like the outcome, so that's why we didn't post any video on the conversation. But as far as I know, he's alive and well and working, and he claims that he was going to buy 100 acres in Arkansas, and that he was going to be a pig farmer and a cow farmer. That's what he said he wanted to do, that he wanted to buy 100 acres. There was 100 acres in Arkansas he was looking at to be a pig farmer. So we wish Swampy, a.k.a. Trevor, the best. And hopefully, he'll turn out okay. So anyway, that's Trevor. So let's get back to the situation. The Camaro is gone. The Mustang is gone. This is a day to start a new resolution, a new life, a new beginning. If that makes any sense. I can't really explain the feeling of what it's like to get rid of something that's been on your shoulders for 10 years and finally getting rid of it. I'll be honest with you, in a way, it's a little bit depressing because I'm so used to seeing those two cars here that not seeing them, it makes it feel lonely in my shop. But then when you come back to reality, you're telling yourself, wow, I can't believe I had them cars that long. All I can say is my friend Pete did exactly what he said he would do. He didn't give up. He cussed and hollered. He said fuck a lot. He said piece of shit a lot. And both of the cars left, quote unquote, unfinished. They did not leave 100% finished. The Mustang is at the owner's house now, I believe in the garage. Hopefully he's working on it or saving his money or doing something. And the Camaro was on its way to the UK, unbuffed. He did not want me to buff the car. I did not buff it. He didn't want me to detail it out. He didn't want me to do anything to the vehicle at all. Put everything in the car, ship it out here. Me and my buddy are going to finish it, which is fine with me. I don't like sending cars unfinished, but if that's what you want, that's what you're going to get. And that's what they got, both of them. I believe I brought 6 cars out here 3 years ago. And I completed all 6 cars, plus, not just that, in between, I done dozens of collision repairs. I also did a Corvette and a Volkswagen. Now, this is all in 3 years by myself. The only person that helped me was Minnie the Body Shop girl, and that's only sanding, handing me tools, and holding stuff. Okay, now I'm going to get to the point here while I'm telling you this. Does anybody know what a fucking rock is? A rock? I'm going to show you what a rock is. I'm going to show you what a rock is. I found this rock on a trail, and it was a trail that led to an abandoned mine. And there's not a lot of people that will go in abandoned mines that have been abandoned for over 75, 80 years. And to be honest with you, me and Minnie find quite a lot of abandoned mines. And they are very spooky and scary to go in, especially when you're by yourself. You have to be prepared. You have to have the right equipment. You got to know what's going on. And you got to know when to turn around when you're in the mine, especially when you're by yourself. But I was on a trail. We were on a trail going to an abandoned mine. We came to an entrance, a cattle fence or a cattle whatever. And it said, do not enter, keep out, danger ahead. And I looked down on the ground. I looked down on the ground right there where the post was, and I found this rock laying there on the ground. Can you see that rock? Do you see what's inside that rock? Do you see that? That is a face. Look at it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. So if we hold it like this, okay. So it's actually looks like a face, like a skeleton face or whatever. Let me see here. I want you to see this. Hey, there. Okay. Now we should be able to see it. I turned the camera that way. So I saw this rock down there, and I said, "Son of a bitch! Look at that. That looks like a monster face. It looks like an alien, a person. Oh my God!" So I picked that rock up, and I put it in my pocket. And now what I do is I keep it on this shelf right here with all this stuff. I keep it right there, like that. And what we got going there, people, let me tell you. I'm sorry, I didn't even show it to you. Right there. There we go. I had the camera turned around. So I keep that rock right here. This is where I keep that rock, next to all this stuff here. On my, this is my DIY review table that I use. So that's where the rock sits. I look at that rock on a daily basis. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, this is what a rock reminds me of. A rock reminds me of a lazy person. Or let's go ahead and turn that around. A lazy person reminds me of a rock. A rock doesn't do nothing except collect dust and dirt, and eventually finds its way buried under the mud and the sludge and everything else that the earth produces. That's what a rock does. It's not good for anything. It's just a piece of material that is there. Nobody gives a shit about it. When you walk past it, you don't pay attention to it. It's like, it's like the last thing on your mind. And that's what a lazy person is. I get up every day at 3:30. Today, I got up, I checked my emails, I got on Facebook, I did my praying hands for all the people that have passed away and are gone on Facebook. I got in my truck at 4:30 in the morning. I drove downtown. I rode my bicycle 18 miles. I came back. It was about 6:15. I came back. I got my weed chopper out. I went on my whole property by hand, and I scraped and chopped all of the newly growing tumbleweeds throughout my property. And then I continued my day as going into my office, working on a video for you, the viewer, to see. And then the rest of my day will be in my shop in 100-degree weather, working on a car. And then tomorrow I'll do it all over again. On Friday, I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico to see our faithful buddy, Johnny Cash, one piece at a time guy, Paul. We dropped off his truck bed, and then I went and got all the metal to make an awning for my porch. We'll go ahead and look at that. And if you look at my house over there, you can see the beginnings of an awning. Day job, 15-hour day, 30 hours in that. I got 30 hours in that, making the frame so I can have an awning over the porch. And we're not even done yet. If you look at my trailer over there, you can see the metal that goes on the roof. And then on the ground, there's still purlings that I have to put in there. And then we're done and we can start finishing it out. So when I see a rock, it reminds me possibly of you, the lazy ass guy that doesn't do nothing all day, that sits on your ass and possibly collects disability that shouldn't even be collecting disability, but you're scamming the government and getting it for free because you're a lazy piece of shit. To me, you are nothing but a rock. A rock that collects dust and dirt and mud. And you're not even a pretty rock at that. You don't have any color in you. You don't have any design. You don't have nothing. You're just an old, ugly rock because you're lazy. Lazy people will never get ahead in life. Lazy people will only be nothing but lazy. So every time you look in the mirror, remember this little speech my friend Pete gave you, and think of yourself as a rock. Because when people see you and they look at you, because you're the guy that says, well, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and my plan is to get this done, and then when tomorrow comes, it never does get there. There is never a fucking tomorrow. Because then you repeat yourself again and say, tomorrow. So you're always saying tomorrow. It's always tomorrow, which never even gets here. So that's my speech for today. There's two reasons that I'm putting this awning up, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you know, and there might be people out here listening, okay? There's two reasons. One is to upgrade my house, of course, and have an awning over my patio and, for resale value. And what can we say? Curb appeal. I don't know if the value will go up, but the curb appeal will attract more people when I get ready to sell. And the other reason is to keep the Airbnb lighting, the night light, down and out of my fucking house. I actually precisely made that awning at the level where it will meet up. There's going to be a fence that goes across where these Airbnbs are. It'll meet up with the fence. And then it will also cover the 2-story action going on in these houses, these Airbnb houses, of their lights shining in my house, only being, 15, 20 feet away from my house. So, yeah, that was one of the main reasons that we did the awning. How did your house hold up during the storm? My house held up like a rock. It held up awesomely. We got Protect that just said my friend Pete's worth $1.99. Remember the song from Annie, Tomorrow? Yeah, I remember that, Protect. I sure do. Tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. Nobody can ever do anything today. Except my friend Pete. Every fucking day. Do I get sick and tired of waking up and being busy all my life? No, I don't. I love to stay busy. I like to work. I like to get shit done. That might be why the Razor has the cover on it, because I'm so busy doing everything else, I don't have time to do that. I don't know. These two vehicles that you're looking at will probably be sold. It was very fun and exciting working on the Baja. I accomplished what I needed to do. That's a good example for you, Mr. Lazy Ass. I finished the job. I did everything I wanted to do. I'll probably lose money on it when I sell it. If anybody's watching this is interested in my Baja, give me a call. Don't email me or text me. Call me on my shop phone. Let's talk about it. It's a beautiful car, but the thing is it is now a rock. It is a dust collector. This over here, I think I used it 4 times last year, and I've only used it 1 time this year, and I got to get it out today and start it so the battery won't go down. I've had to replace the battery on that $170. $170 fucking dollars for a battery this big. It was this big. That's how big it was. For $170. So I need to start that up to make sure the battery's charged, because I don't want to have to buy another battery for something I don't use. So Mr. Lazy Ass out there that is lazy, think of these cars and that rock when you decide to sit around and say the word tomorrow. Let's walk over there. Cool weld till the chickens come home. Speaking of chickens, Mopar Nut just brought something up that I wanted to talk about. How you doing, Hoosier? By the way, I want to show Hoosier. Yeah, we still got your sticker, Hoosier. Loud and proud. Anybody that watches that doesn't know who Hoosier Garage is, do my friend Pete a favor and subscribe to him. Even if you don't watch his videos, subscribe to him. He's been making videos as long as I have and deserves the recognition of having subscribers. So please go to Hoosier Garage and subscribe. I will always promote Hoosier Garage because he's one of my very first subscribers I ever had. And he's been doing videos as long as me. And he really works hard to get the subscribers that he needs. So go out there and subscribe to Hoosier's Garage and show him your support. Mopar Nut brought up a subject that I want to talk about. If anybody's got TikTok out there, they've seen these random, scandalous, scrupulous videos of lab-grown chicken and beef. And I have researched this. There are 2 companies that are literally, and this is no bullshit, they are making lab-grown meat. Why are they fucking doing that? We are not poor on meat. We are not green soylent here. Anybody that's my age is going to know what green soylent is. We're not green soylent, Charlton Heston. We're not doing that. Why are they growing lab-grown meat? Now, this is the real kicker here. The FDA and the USDA has approved to sell lab-grown meat in America. Lab-grown boneless chicken is now being sold with no warning labels on it, no information whatsoever, and you are buying it and eating it. One company is called Good Food. I believe that company is owned by our faithful and exciting human being that just loves people named Bill Gates. The evil, destructive piece of shit that he is. Lab-grown chicken is now being sold, and I believe it is being sold in Walmart. When you go to Walmart, I want you to look at the chicken. It's no name chicken. It looks like generic packaging with black letters. There's nothing on there, but it says chicken, no ingredients, no nothing. And every package of each piece of chicken you look at is exactly identically the same weight, exactly identically the same stuff. It is, do not buy chicken, okay? If you're going to buy chicken at Walmart, bone in, people. Bone in. All right? Get the boner. You understand what I'm saying? If you buy chicken now, these days, buy the bone-in chicken. If it ain't got the boner, it ain't fucking real. Me and Minnie will never buy boneless chicken again. And like I said, I did my heavy research on this, and I'm telling you, it's true facts. They are selling lab-grown meat in grocery stores. Another meat that you need to be very, very aware of is that vegetarian meat that's made out of vegetarian vegetables. We don't know what it's made out of. That's their claim to fame, but my personal opinion, stay the fuck away from it. And another thing that you should stay away from is ground turkey. We don't, or boneless turkey of any kind. The world is a destructive place to live now, people. You're on your own. It's a dog-eat-dog cat fight out there. And did anybody ever see that cartoon called Cat Dog or something like that? Dog Cat. One end was a cat and the other one was a dog. It was like they were morphed together. For all we know, they're doing that in laboratories now. Look at the dogs, these fucking dogs now. You know, these are boutique dogs. These are like, you know, boutique $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 little dogs that they have. They have Frankensteined these dogs to be a special breed of a dog. It's disgusting. When I see people that buy these type of dogs, I look at them and say, what the fuck are you thinking? Are you that vain and that selfish that you got to have a fucking dog that nobody else in the neighborhood has like that? And spend all that money on a dog within 5 years is going to need hip replacements. I don't know what to say, people. I really, really don't. Dat Not Me says, Darwin Theory. Darwin did not believe or live by his own theory. Imagine that. Better life through science. Yeah, sure. Every time I hear that phrase, I think of old-time radio, DuPont. DuPont and what's the other brand? Let's see. GMO would be Monsanto and DuPont do the same. I don't know if anybody knows this, but DuPont actually makes GMO food too. DuPont makes GMO. And there's another company that makes paint. I don't know if they're still in the paint business, called BASF. BASF and Monsanto are the biggest GMO providers. Did you know that America is the only country where GMO food is sold? Did you know that? Africa literally kicked Bill Gates and Monsanto and every other destructive, evil corporation out. They kicked them out. Told them, get the fuck out of here. We don't want your shit. Fuck off. America is the only one that puts up with this bullshit because you are a guinea pig. You are a sheep. You are a zombie because you are a rock. You don't care. You will not do anything about it. And that is the facts of life. You will take whatever wherever they are and who they are, gives you. And if that's what they give you and it's free, you will take it. The government has already ruined the economy for everybody. The average yearly income for a family of four is $57,000. The average cost of a two-bedroom home with a nice little yard, not a big yard, we're talking zero lot line, is approximately $480,000. So how does that balance out? Can anybody tell me that? I'm making $57,000 a year. They want 20% down on a $480,000 house with an 8.5% to 9.5% interest rate, which would bring that to about $700,000 by the time you actually really paid it off, which you never will. You're either going to lose the house or you're going to sell it, one of the two, because you won't be able to afford to keep it. And you'll probably be homeless by the end of that time because all your money went into a house that is not an investment anymore. There's no such thing as purchasing a home as an investment. There is no more American dream to own property. By the grace of God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen, my friend Pete just happened to get his property and his house and buildings before all this happened. So, America is a disgusting and vile place to live. We are being dumped on by every other country in the world. We are being laughed at. Everybody thinks America is a joke. We're the biggest fools on earth. And that has to do with a lot of stuff, including politics. Do you really think that I'm going to start that over. Do you really think that Joe Biden is running the country? I'm going to tell you who is running the country. And this is not a conspiracy theory. This is facts. If you pay attention to the politics in America, you will agree with me. The head honcho person that wears the crown that is running America is Obama. His name is Obama. He came to our country as a Muslim. Muslims hate Americans. He was put in office as a president for 8 years. He started the downfall on America with him and his campaign or his cabinet. He took America down. He started the train wreck of communism in America and disbelief of what America stands for by forcing the American citizen to purchase medical care. They called it Obamacare. They forced us to do that, and 90% of the viewers out here are going to forget about this because your fucking brains are stupid. And you forget so easily when it comes to politics, like Pelosi. You never hear about her anymore, but all the billions of dollars she made, she's, living large because of you, the American. Let's get back on track. Obama started the communism and socialism in America by forcing you to buy insurance. Forcing you. If you do not buy it, then you will pay us money. You owe us money out of your taxes. So it's either get our cheap ass bullshit insurance with foreign doctors that don't speak English and piece of shit scumbag medical care system, or we will take your money out of your taxes. But you loved it. You voted for him twice. You loved it. Do you see where the rock comes in? Do you see where the lazy ass comes in? It's not just sitting on the couch watching a stupid video like this. Being lazy can be very many things. Being lazy is, I don't care. That's lazy. Or, so what? Or, look at that guy in the gutter. He's half dead. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to help him. Don't do anything for anybody. Only think of yourself. That is a rock. Charity is something that Jesus Christ taught everybody. You were born with charity to help one another out. That's why we go back to the Camaro and the Mustang and the 5 or 6 other cars that I brought with me. Because I did what I said I would do. I helped these people with their dreams in life. When I see a true 100% homeless person and not just some drug addict that wants money to go buy beer or drugs, I will give them money. I will take them to a store and buy them food. I will start making videos of that, of me helping out people that need the help. You might say to yourself, well, painting somebody's car is really not helping them. That's a job. You're getting paid to do that. Yeah, I am getting paid to do that. But you know what, asshole? I'm not getting paid as much as the other motherfucking shop's getting paid. I'm doing 10 times more work on the fucking vehicle than the other shop's going to do for the 4, 5, 6 times overpriced that they're charging. Because that's the kind of person I am. Let me show you an example of that. Mr. Asshole that thinks you know everything. Let me go ahead and show you this. So we're working on a vehicle over here. It's a 1962, and we're not going to be able to go in there because we'll lose connection, but we're going to look at it. It's a 1962 Nova. Now, do you see the fenders taken off of that car? Do you see the car? Do you see the fenders off of the car? The deal on this car was I was not to remove any panels whatsoever. That the car would be painted, and you can see we're not stripping this car to metal because the owner of this car doesn't have the budget to strip it to metal and redo everything. We are repainting it. So I was not to remove any fenders on the vehicle. I'm not to remove the deck lid or the hood, but I will. Because that's the way to do it right. I'm not going to get paid to do that. But that's the way that it should be done. The professional way is to do it this way. So that's just a small example of what my friend Pete does when I work on your car. I go above and beyond the recognition of actually doing fucking work to something I wasn't supposed to fix. So this is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. I just had a wake-up call, people, that it's getting late in the morning. The heat is starting to rise, and I got a yellow car that I got to start sanding. And it's going to be a filthy job. Has anybody ever sanded a car that has single-stage paint that is very old? It's like super, let me see here. Look, can you see that? Do you see that? Do you see the yellow dust on my tripod? Yeah, well, think of that, not just on the tripod, but all over your body and all over your face and in your hair and in your clothes. And we're not talking hours later. We're talking maybe 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes into the job. But you continue to do the job because that's what you do. You don't stop. You continue. We got Mopar Nut says, yes, single stage sanding fans help. Okay, Paul Hayes says, you're a good man, Pete. Thank you very much, Paul. After midnight, took what I learned from your movies and making 45 hours painting for a company. $45 maybe, 45 an hour. Well, that's awesome. I'm really glad for that. We just had a guy leave a comment that says, from watching my videos, he learned everything he needed to for free and is now making $45 an hour working at a collision center or paint and body shop. If only I could make 45 bucks an hour, that would be awesome. You're going to look like a giant banana, Paul. Yes, you're right. When you do a job like that, you're usually going to take a shower, at least a 1 hour shower to get everything off you. And then you're probably going to change your shirt 2 to 3 times throughout the day. So this is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. That's awesome looking. Pete, wow, that's exactly how I would imagine it looking perfect. Much love to you. Like I said, people, I hate to say it, but my Baja will probably go up for sale. I got a couple car shows that I'm going to go to with it. And if anybody is interested, I don't know if there is anybody out there, give me a call. We'll talk about it. Very unique car. It's a car that I completely restored. And, you know, what can I say about it? It's my friend Pete's Baja. Now, I will say that all the stickers, if you don't want stickers on it, they do come off very easily. You take a hair dryer and you go like this to it and it peels right off. So, yeah. Before we go, I do want to do some advertising if you don't mind. I do fucking work self-employed and I do like to advertise so I can make some fucking money to put food on the table. Let's go in there and do that. Let's do that. Beautiful Baja, people. Beautiful. I've had several people tell me that it looks just like the Ukrainian flag. Do you believe that bullshit? Minnie's doing fine, skate punk. Do you believe that shit? Do you believe that? Looks like the Ukrainian flag. Blue, white, and yellow. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God on that. Fuck off. Okay, here we are. We're in the office. And I do want to do some advertising like I always do. If you've waited this long and you've been here this long, I got some new pictures I want to show everybody. And then I'm going to show you something special here for everybody out there that has pets that have passed away. So we got the 59 Cadillac tail fin. And it's still wrapped in plastic. I'm getting ready to frame that. That's going to be a badass picture. I got this picture here. And I got this one here getting ready to be framed. We got this beautiful truck over here getting ready to be framed. We got this Chevy truck here. And we got the Camaro. Now, I believe I had a viewer that wanted the Camaro. I haven't heard from him anymore. So if I don't hear from him, the Camaro is up for sale. And then what I'm going to start doing, and I want to apologize to our buddy out there. I've had this picture of his beautiful little dog for a long time. We're getting ready to frame it this week, and I'm going to be sending it to you. But I am going to start taking orders. These are the 3 little dogs that I had in my life. I had my buddy Topper at the top. We have our little buddy Bruno at the bottom, and we got our big dog Axel in the middle. I'm going to start making and advertising. If you have a lost, loved pet, let my friend Pete make a beautiful picture. I'll frame it, and it will be an awesome picture that you will love to hang. These pictures are printed on aluminum, and they're very sturdy, and they will wear and tear for the rest of their life. So watch the video of the advertising video of that. If you have a pet and you want my friend Pete to give you a quote on making something like that, let me know. So we got all these pictures that we're going to be framing. And the Cadillac fin, I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be awesome. That's a beautiful picture. I took that in a junkyard in East Texas. The guy was going out of business. He was selling everything. And I went out there and got a bunch of pictures. And then I also got these ones that are already framed. This one here is the two old rusty cars out in the field. Right here, let's go ahead and look at that. And that's a beautiful picture right there. Got the old truck and the old car. The Caddy is iconic. Yes, it is. Whoever said that needs to buy that from my friend Pete. We got this one here. Got the LaSalle Mountains in the background. Awesome situation. And I had a guy that was interested in this one, and I actually lost his phone number. And that's kind of a three-pack there. You get three pictures in one of three different Cadillacs pictures. So you got the old Caddy coffin car, and then you got these two Cadillacs right here. So that's kind of a unique picture as well. And then I do have this one, which is a big picture. I got a bunch of them, to be honest with you people. But this one here, and then if you're interested in something else, let me know. That's an awesome picture as well. Beautiful rendition of a junkyard scene. And I got a bunch of beautiful desert scenes, as you can see right here. So if anybody's interested in any of my artwork, please contact me. And there's my Etzel. Anybody loves Etzels? We got one. There's an old mining truck. And then there's another picture behind there. So this is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Buy my artwork. This is how I make a living, people. If you have a loved pet that you would like me to frame, contact me, let me know, and we'll work something out. These were my best friends in life. I'm going to tell you right now, I loved my dogs more than I loved human beings, people. Dogs are your companion for the rest of their lives, and you wish they were your companion for the rest of your life. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Getting ready to go to work. And always, there's another picture of my little buddy. Sad, people, very sad. Always remember, Jesus Christ is the answer. Instead of making America great again, let's make Jesus great again. Wouldn't that be nice? That's who we need to make great again, not America. That. Because if we make Jesus great again, he will make America great again. That's the only leader you need to do what needs to be done. My friend Pete, your friend Pete, believing in what matters and definitely not being a fucking rock. See you later.